Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to the 2023 Aleš Hřebeský Memorial. Tom Bracegirdle Tomb has the ball for the English London Knights in this battle with the River Rats of Rochester. And this should be quite a game. River Rats coming down. They have a veteran presence, and there's almost a goal for Harris. That one bounced around a little, but Nolan Hill makes the stop. Between the pipes for the London Knights is Ryan Atkinson, who played for the Canada development team at the recent E-Box. And very acrobatic goalie. I know they've been very pleased with his performance. And here we go. The Knights on to the attack. This is a group. Which group is this? Where are they? Oh, they're in the silver. That's right. Of course, they're in Silver C. So the Knights with a 7-3 win over Jagged Mountain. The River Rats with a 6-4 win over Jagged Mountain. And the early first blood taken by Harris, Rob Harris, and that's a pretty silky little finish.
Yep, expect a lot of, they played, what I was trying to say, here's the London Knights have played together for a really long time. Quite a few of the team members were here at E-Box as well, playing for England, so they're used to playing with each other. They know each other very well and how each other plays. So,
and they're acclimatized to the relatively short change in time. It's just an hour difference, right?
Just 1 hour.
Yeah, so they've been here for a while, so they're pretty comfortable at this point, got into their routines and rhythms. The River Rats just arriving recently for their game yesterday. So they did get a practice game in the night before. I believe they played the Glasgow Clydesiders, I think, in a scrimmage. Here's England, though. Paige Laycock pushing it, dives and dunks, and I don't think Nolan Hill had any idea where Paige Laycock was coming. He didn't even move as that goal was tucked in.
I think they've not seen Ben PR play because that is his signature move. He's done it a lot of times in the last couple of days, so expect more of that. He's very confident behind that cage.
Did you say PR, or is that just your accent saying PL?
Sorry.
Okay. No, that's
Paige
okay.
Laycock.
You have a lovely accent. It's just, honestly, when I was speaking to a bunch of the women from the Southern Box League Ravens, the English group in the She-Box, there's so many different accents. I was picking up like 70% of what y'all were saying. Between you and there was Phoebe from Manchester and somebody from Liverpool. There's a save by Nolan Hill. That's a big one to keep the Rats in it. And, you've got Lizzie with her accent. There's just a bunch of different accents. The Scottish connection. It was fun, but challenging for my fairly pedestrian North American ears. Aaron Porter hanging on, loses the ball, though. It's turned back over, scooped up there by Pierce Abrams. Abrams is a dangerous one. Tries to get the pass through. A lot of these River Rats do have experience playing together. Pretty wide variation in ages. They've got Abrams sitting on the back door waiting for a pass. It gets there and it doesn't quite get to him. Wayne Van Every wearing the Halifax Thunderbirds helmet. He's fairly recently had some time in the National Lacrosse League. Very dangerous. He and Abrams, a good 1-2 punch on the left side, but it's the right side. Vince Cree that gets it going there as he tucks that one home.
Very scrappy, but very quick hands to get that off.
Oh, Cree, nice job just scooping it up. Seeing everyone around. Van Curran coming check, but he just quick release on that rebound. Knows exactly where he wants to go and bounces it home. It's 2-1. River Rats back within a goal. Here's Leonard on the break. All alone. Oh my, that just stays out. It was on the goal line. Leonard's pointing. He's saying, Elliot Leonard says that was in. It wasn't.
Had a few very close to the line there.
It got very close, but oh, that was really close. Bounced up off the goalie pants. I don't think it went in.
I don't think so either. No.
So we're in agreement. Elliot's outvoted by the referees and us. Here's Martin Peck, one of the Czechs that the team has picked up for the tournament. They go behind the net. Oh, just bobbled there by Jackson Henhawk. One of 4 Henhawks on the team. It's a big club, a lot of size on the River Rats team. Not sure they're quite as quick as this England club. And as I said, a lot of them have played together, but with the variance in ages, not a lot of experience together recently. I mean, there's different kind of groups. And there's talent everywhere. The head just explodes on Leon Henhawk. He'll go to the bench. And he's going to have to wait for his stick to get back and maybe put a screw in there. Not sure.
Does look like a screw
to have a screw, right? Harris. Nice save, Hill. He's starting to find his rhythm.
It's hard sometimes that you forget your screws when you're traveling.
Yeah, and you take the head off and keep it in your bag, right? You want that in your carry-on to make sure it gets with you. You can get a shaft anywhere.
Exactly.
But your head.
Yeah. I always carry my stick head separately to make sure that doesn't get lost.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a shaft's a shaft, pretty much, right? I mean, you have ones you like, but whatever. But yeah, your head, that's got to be tuned up. Here's Jeffries. Is it Kai?
Kai.
Yeah, Kai Jeffries. Hard shot actually hits Harris, who gives him a look like, dude, we're on the same team. Friendly fire. Racing out is Dan Hayek. The ball's turned over. Brian Santana gets a check. Brian Santana had a couple of chats with him. Great dude. He's from Florida. Coaches for, I don't know, some school down in Florida. There's a lot of schools in Florida, and it's always warm, so they play lacrosse a lot. And but yeah, he's having a great time playing with this group of River Rats. That's an over and back, and the Rats will take possession. Wayne Van Every's going to go and get it. 43 there coming down on the right side is Cody LaForme. Just a beauty of a guy. And I was talking to Nigel, who's a timekeeper and a support worker for the Green Gales. There's a shot and a save by Atkinson. And he said, yeah, he's been with the Green Gales for decades. He said, I ran into a guy that played for the Green Gales in 2001. And they were like, wait a minute. They looked at each other like, I know you, but you're older now. And
it's a long time ago.
It is. That's 22 years ago. Cody is 41 now. He can still play. Just not sure he has quite the get up and go that he would have had a while ago. Comes back out to Jeffries. He had no angle. Well defended there by Drew Candy. The Candy Man with a nice play. He has legions of followers around the game for his legendary toughness and his social media presence. He's a funny guy. Good follow on the socials if you're into that. Which it seems like everybody is these days. God, I sounded like a million years old there. And you just put your lips together and grin because you know it's true. Oh, nice pickup by Leonard, but he just misses. Wow, that was a glorious opportunity to extend this lead. I feel like England can if they put things together, could kind of run away a bit here and put some goals and a spread. But if they don't, I think it'll get very dangerous because the Rats will start to get a feel and I think battle back into it.
I think they just have to keep their heads calm. They've had a lot of good shots, but good saves.
That's a through the crease. So Ollie Alsop, that's a great name.
Ollie Alsop
will not be able to play it, so it's going to be turned over to the River Rats. Here's a pass out by Chris Blanco. Van Every. Oh, his pass is dropped there by Vince Cree, but Cree goes and gets it back, but it's a 10-second count. Just didn't make it in time. England gets it. The faster the pace moves, the more it seems to favor England with a bunch of good athletes, and the more you can get scrums around the net, the more it favors the River Rats at both ends of the floor. We saw Vince Cree with that beautiful goal. They are unperturbed if there's a lot of traffic at either end of the floor.
River Rats very aggressive
as
well. They're relentless, aren't they?
They are. Nice work by Leon Henhock there. Getting some help from Santana. Santana catches it on the backside of the stick, flips it over. Cody LaForme takes it. You can hear some people start cheering over in the stands. He is a popular guy. Oh, the pass ahead is just thrown into space and it works out. As Austin Holgate kind of trying to decide what to do, decided to just pull up and shoot, and it almost worked for him. They're going to come back out top to Tom Hallam and slow things down, set up the offense.
Again, good opportunities, but coming up with great saves. Got to really shoot around this keeper.
Backdoor attempt to Alsop. He couldn't quite get his stick on it. Ben Page Laycock picks it up. Jeffries. It looks like Alex Martin heading after that loose ball, but it's going to roll ahead to his teammate Wayne Van Every, and the 30-second clock expires anyway with 4:40 to go. It's still a 2-1 game. River Rats setting up an offense. Sidearm rip from Aaron Porter. It's going to be a reset, but it goes to Whitehead. He makes the pass ahead. Doesn't quite connect, but it is tracked down. And Krummenhoek throws it back to Whitehead. It's bouncing away from him. It kind of looks like the English are really aware of needing to use their speed, of pressing the pace, and it's kind of getting them maybe rushing a bit, if anything.
So too.
Yeah. Nice job. Oh, almost. Is that over and back?
On
it's
the
not.
line? Oh.
I thought it was. Oh, yeah, it was. Okay. Oh, the 30 expired anyway. Nice effort by Matt Marsh. He's trying to save that one. Holden Weiss takes this one. He puts his team together. He is the brains behind the operation. Another veteran player who was just a wrecking ball in his day. Both ends of the floor. I mean, skilled player, but also a gritty defensive presence. That pass doesn't get through to Cree. He's going to put some pressure. Oh, that was checking in the crease. Or very close to it. Here comes Ollie Alsop. I'm going to say that every time he gets the ball. I just like it a lot. Up to Jeffries. Kai Jeffries feeds it through. Dave Groves got the pass in front, turned and fired quickly, but got a little bump and was well off the mark. Pass out from Alex Martin. And here comes Chris Blanco. He'll hand it off.
Yeah, the River Rats opting to do slow transitions each time, but still remaining very calm.
Yes. They're not going to rush. Nice job staying just onside by Pierce Abrams. Fighting out of the corner. Nice save by Atkinson and a tough shot from Aaron Porter. River Rats also very aware of one of their forwards had already gotten off, and Leon Henhock was out on the floor before the ball had even settled into an English player's stick to try and push the pace the other way. Ollie Alsop hands it off. I told you. I warned you. Here's Matt Marsh. He is pitchforked to the ground by Drew Candy, and then it's knocked out of his stick. Heck of a play. And they do have a man ahead. Leon Henhock is up there. Good forecheck by England by the London Knights keeps them from getting that opportunity. And then the back check turns into possession with Matt Marsh. That's a solid effort by England because that was dangerous.
Yep. Matt Marsh, another veteran player.
There's a lot of guys who have been involved in the English program for quite a while, but a few people coming in kind of breaking into the mix, right?
Yeah, absolutely. England had a particularly young squad at E-Box this year, just to get those up-and-coming players in and getting them experience.
Easy save for Nolan Hill on the shot from Paige Laycock. And here comes Wallace Thompson, who represents some of the speed on the River Rats side. He'll leave it there for Martin Peck. Aren't in a hurry, and they are. You see Aaron Porter on the far side saying, easy, take it easy, but they are taking chances, try and push the pace a little bit. Obviously with only one goal through the first 14 and a half minutes, you're going to want to try and create some chances. Swim move Van Everett, he goes down. Oh, hope he's okay.
I'm not sure what happened there.
I didn't see any contact. He's up and he's, I don't know. Just looks going gently, but not, doesn't look injured, he just looks sore. So 6 seconds left. They tried the long pass, doesn't get there. Atkinson will whip it up. 2 seconds. Nolan Hill was starting to head to the bench. He had to get back in his crease, or there's a chance of Atkinson's shot going in. We get to halftime with the score 2-1 in favor of the London Knights over. Yeah, that's what I think too. We're just motioning what we think happened to Wayne Van Every, and we think he'll be okay, but we think he's not very comfortable.
Yeah, I think you might have seen that on the replay here. I think that's a quite clear replay.
All right. That's what I was thinking. I didn't want to say, but a lower body injury.
Yes.
So, Jane, what do you think? This is quite a game.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Very, very different sides, aren't they, in terms of their physicality, but they're managing it very well. Let's see I think what Knights will probably start thinking about is trying to run the River Rats down in terms of fitness, try and keep their speed up.
Bench transition, so important in the second half when you're on when you've got the bench at the far end from your goal. You know, because if you can leak somebody out, I mean, it's hard for the other team to get back because that guy coming off the bench is right at the restraining line. So unless you're very aware in the offensive zone and getting somebody back and getting a defender out, or just having somebody run back, you're going to get yourself in trouble. So we'll see. The Rats are smart lacrosse players to see how much they have played together, how familiar they are, and on top of having somebody come back.
Yeah, they look very composed, very experienced. I mean, that only really comes with experience, doesn't it? So
yes. And the winner of this game will win Silver Group C and will go to play the second place team in Gold Group A, which is the, I'm gonna have to refresh this, it's the Bratislava Bats, because they just beat Malasice. I messed that up all the time.
It's a hard language.
It is, but I know it. Anyway, so Malasice awaits the winner of this game. No, they don't. Brats do. My goodness, I just looked at that. In my defense, this is about my 12th game of the week of the last 2 days.
You're doing great, Stamper.
Thank you. Thank you. I didn't really mean to fish for a compliment there. I was more just apologizing.
You got one anyway.
Thank you. It's a pleasure having you up here. We did a game in the She Box, and we took about a half, I think, to get our chemistry, and now it's fun having you here. It's nice to get your perspective as a veteran of Korean lacrosse, and of course playing with the Ravens in the She Box, and a member of World Lacrosse. And I mean, you do a lot in the sport, and it's kind of cool having your various perspectives. And there's a perspective from the stick of great Dave Groves. What a quick release to sneak that one through. First goal of the second half looks important.
It's good. You don't want Dave Groves in that scoring area, and he's very fast. He'll cut, catch, shoot in a second. Less.
Yeah, that's really out of the stick in a hurry.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good view again.
I think he was screened a little bit. I think the keeper couldn't quite see his hands.
Yeah, I think Mitch Henhock was right on top of him. That back view does give you an idea of what the goalie is seeing. And now the goalie obviously blocks some of the view, so he'd have a bit better. But here's a chance for Vin Curran. Round the world, turns into a pass that gets across to Elliot Leonard, and they're going to slow things down, get the offense set up. Or are they? Matt Marsh bounces one straight onto the 3 of Nolan Hill's jersey. Nice job adjusting the pass by Leon Henhock. And here's Wayne Van Every. Oh, nice shot. And then it's like the running of the bulls in Pamplona as he blasts through the net. That's a beautiful play. He makes it look so simple, but that takes a lot of skill to make that play, the catch, the spin, and the shot on the off foot. Nolan Hill loves it so much that he dropped his glove and starts pointing at his back.
He knows where the camera is too.
Yeah. Wayne Van Every, nice finish, bouncing back from some serious discomfort. It's 3-2. Here's a chance for Leonard. He's going to peel off as the River has to do a good job getting back off the faceoff. This is the beauty of this tournament. Things just get closer and closer as the weekend goes. And with the reformatting to the gold and silver groups, it starts off closer than it used to be. How many times have you been here?
This is my first time.
Well, there you go.
To AHM at least.
Oh, there you go.
Done some field tournaments here, Prague Cup, things like that.
Great. Very cool. It's just built. It used to be there were 3 tiers in the teams, the top 8, middle 8, and bottom 8, and there'd be 1 from each tier in each group. So you had a lot of blowouts early on. And with the reformatting with the gold and silver, teams are much more closely matched. And, I mean, we've started seeing games that would have been a Good Friday or Saturday game in the past on Wednesday. And it continues to get tighter and tighter. Ollie Alsop with the pass to Paige Laycock. Did it get in? No, that was Louis Alhaig with the pass, but is it Alhaig or Alhaj?
Allage.
Allage. Okay. You Brits and your pronunciations.
Well, it's Canadian, actually.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. Lives in London. Plays for Camden.
Okay, I take it all back.
A very good shooter. And very chilled.
Jude Krummenhoek battles his way ahead, hands it off to Kai Jeffries, and Jeffries took a look at the net, decided to pull back and wait for his teammates to join him. Here comes Ben Page Laycock at the top. He'll take the pass. Bee-sting pick from Walker. Cuts in. Nice 2-man game, but Walker is absolutely leveled. And maybe a little too much so as Mitch Henhock's going to the box for a minute or less.
I was just about to say, it's been a pretty calm game in that respect, but here's the first penalty.
What was the call? I was watching the replay.
Slash.
Slash? Okay. Maybe there was something we couldn't see.
Yeah. It's always that way, isn't it? Leave it to the refs. They've got the better angles.
They're right down there. You know the interesting thing, actually, and to be fair to the refs, they have such a difficult job. A lot of times we have the better angle being up here because there's nobody in our way. We get a view, and it's kind of unfair because we can see so much that we're not having to look around players and things. So a lot of times we have a bit of an advantage, and the camera, of course, helps the viewers. So I always try to think, what did they have? What view, what angle did they have?
Yeah, there's definitely a benefit to that bird's eye view, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely floor coverage. Oh, nice job by Atkinson to hug his post and deny Vince Cree on the diving dunk shot, the tuck shot. Here's Allage. Looking for somebody off the bench. He wants to get over to the bench, and he is eventually going to get there. Paige Laycock, very patient, waiting to come on the floor. Oh, what a rip. That is lovely placement.
And actually, it was the exact same shot that he'd made previously without getting knocked over. But that's classic Will Walker. Oh. Just around the defender.
Perfect use of the screen. Oh, in off the post. I mean, you can't make a shot better than that. He's one of the veterans, right? He's been around
Yes.
playing for England and scoring goals like that over the years. So 4-2, England re-extends its lead. 4 different scorers for London. I keep calling them England. It's the London Knights.
London Knights.
Fighting through is Vin Curran. Couldn't get to the net because he's wearing a field lacrosse helmet. So he gets doubled up and can't get through. It impedes you. We just managed to get over. Tom Bileski, a tremendous benefactor of the game and grower of the game in Waterloo region in Canada. Oh, what a shot. We're going to get back to that, because that's a beautiful little bouncer from Jackson Henhock to close the gap once again as we're just under 8 minutes.
Funny you said about the field helmet.
Yes.
Usually Tom Bracegarder enjoys playing box with a field helmet. He's very well known for that.
Really?
But he's got his box helmet on today.
There you go. That's an England team helmet, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. He played EBRC last year.
So
That's where it's from.
actually, you wound up speaking with Lizzie Bottrell,
Yes.
one of your Ravens teammates, and she said, do you know any way we could get some helmets? We could buy some helmets or something? Because it's hard to get helmets, box helmets in England.
Yeah.
Tom Bileski, bless his heart, came up with 4 helmets and a bunch of cages that he donated, and a whole bunch of rib pads, kidney pads, and some gloves, some shorts. Not sure exactly what all wound up in there, and we managed to get it over. Had a little trouble connecting. Here's Wayne Van Every. Oh, that's a nice save again on the off foot, and Atkinson's ready this time. And what I mean by that, sorry, is if you're not familiar, if you're a righty, you normally shoot planting on your left foot. If you're a lefty, you shoot planting on your right foot. If you shoot on the other, when you're stepping on the other foot, it can mess a goalie up. What a shot by Leonard. Speaking of shooting off your right foot, he just gets the lean and the underhand shot right in the corner. What a response from England.
So calm, Elliot Leonard. I love watching him play.
Very smooth.
So back on that helmet stuff, yeah, it's great for us. You've got to remember that you can recycle a lot of equipment from men's field.
Yes.
If you've had it, so the men that play field and then transition into box, they've already got half of the stuff, whereas us women, different sticks, we don't wear helmets.
Right.
So the only thing we can reuse is a mouth guard, is what I say, mouth guard and shoes.
You don't really want, you want your own, you use your own mouth guard. But I know there are a lot of things donated by some of the men's players as well, but again, they're not always going to fit.
No.
They're often not going to fit, right?
Exactly. Usually they are much bigger than what we need, so we need kids' sizes, really.
Yeah. So thanks to Tom Bileski for making that donation, a bag of gear. That's
Crease.
Definitely a crease violation. The foot was well in, not just on the line, over the line by Ollie Alsop. Here's a chance off the bench. Cody LaForme. Oh, he stopped. Great opportunity. Atkinson trying to get it. It's still loose. It'll be picked up by Chris Blanco. But the double team effort by the London Knights, they wind up with the ball. Carmenhook gets it. And also thanks to Graham Bergsma playing for the Flying Dutchman, who actually brought the bag over. Because how did that go in? Is that Roachy?
Yeah.
Tom Roach from distance.
I'm not sure if he meant to shoot that,
No,
but
sure.
he'll take it.
Let's see because was it meant to be a pass and was just off target?
I think it was a pass.
It was a pass.
Yeah.
Did it touch Kai Jeffrey's stick? Let's see. Nope. He just kind of threw the ball.
Let's say he meant to do it.
He meant to do it. He was aiming for that spot. That's a great shot by Tom Roach, the veteran. But Graham Bergsman, who brought the bag over because Tom and I couldn't quite connect when I was heading to the airport to try and bring it. So I managed to get hold of Graham. I was just tracking down who's coming over from near Tom, and Graham stepped in. Great guy, connected with. There's so many people helping the England team for E-Box and on with the Knights here. And it was Anna, who I'm not quite sure her exact role. She just seems to help with whatever needs to be done.
Oh, she's in a great. She's just part of our Ravens team. Does and does a lot of admin for us, just out of goodwill. So we're really blessed to have her on our squad. She pretty much organised this whole entire She-Box tour for us. Everything from booking, hotels, transport, just being a team mum, really.
People like that are just wonderful. The amount, and you know what? You talk to every team here, and you bet they'd have somebody who's doing that role, or multiple people doing roles like that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just doesn't happen. Here's Elliot Leonard. Oh, that's a ton of net. We talked about the Knights could pull away. The closer it stays, the better for the Rats. We're seeing it happen.
Looking a lot less panicky.
Yes.
Oh, I think he tried to. He looked like he was going to pass that ball, and
yeah, the defender took away the pass. So Leonard decided to just, and everything in his body language was saying near pipe.
yes.
And then he just kind of a little push out with the top hand. And here's Leonard again. Oh my! Drops the head of the stick, changed the profile. Boy, Leonard is lighting it up here. How many's that for him today? I mean, he's got the last two. Did he have one earlier? No, that'll be 2 for him. Oh no, that will be 3. He's got 3 of the last 4.
There you go.
For England. Yeah, he's on fire.
He's just so calm.
Yeah.
Just so chilled.
Yeah, that's a smooth little stroke. Reminds me of Brad Self with the sidearm shot. I don't know if you know Brad. He played Peterborough Lakers, won a bunch of Man Cups, was a star in the National Lacrosse League with Colorado and Rochester. And he's actually the general manager of the Colorado Mammoth. And he was known for that. He'd love it on breakaways. He was one of the faster guys around. He'd run D-transition. And he loved that sidearm sweep shot. That down in that corner where you can see the shadows, that's kind of the last remaining really slick spot, I think, on the turf. We have had rain over the days, of some in the E-box and some here, and a bit of hail a couple days ago. So, or was that just yesterday? That was yesterday.
It was only yesterday, but kind of forgotten about how slippery the field was, because actually this game's been pretty.
It's been pretty good.
Everyone's been on feet. Let's put it that way.
Nice pickup! What a pass! And Van Heffries is picked off. Great job by Holgate.
What? That is such an accurate long distance.
Wasn't that gorgeous?
Behind the back pass. Wow.
Who was that? We gotta give him props. I think that was that Pierce Abrams, 23. I think it might have been. Whoever it was, that was a beauty. Hopefully they'll stick that one in the highlights, even though it didn't lead to a goal. Nice try. Not a lot of angle for Jackson Henhock. Vince Cree looking like he wants to dunk. And that's just pretty good defense by Tom Roach, who's obviously primarily a scorer, as we saw for his lovely shot at the other end. But he will get back and play on the D end. Whitehead looking for the pass. He's not going to get it. The shot taken by Will Alsop.
Matt Alsop.
Pardon me?
Matt Alsop.
It says Will on here.
Oh, sorry, Will Alsop. 2 Alsops.
Yeah.
I was thinking of someone else in for a minute. You got it right.
1 for me.
Apologies, Will.
Bracegirdle is up ahead. He has picked up those, so Allage will take, and Bracegirdle sets the pick. Allage ignores it and decides to pass, and Bracegirdle almost picked that far top corner. Looks to the official to make sure he's going to get the ball back, or his team will anyway. Into the final 2 minutes. We're stop time, but this one is basically out of reach. The London Knights up 8-3 will advance, and they're just going to have to wait and see who they will play. And Mitch Hennock, you can hear the official saying, watch the ward, as Hennock was just leaning and getting the arm gradually out there. Drive to the net there from Holden Weiss. Kind of backs into the crease a bit. Atkinson looking deep. Wasn't there, so he's going to throw the short pass and gets away from Holgate. The Knights do come up with it, though, Ben Page Laycock. Crummenhook, sorry. Coming into the final minute. 3 on the shot clock. So Paige Laycock takes the rip. Outlet pass. Here comes Mitch Henhock. So it looks like the London Knights will capture Silver Group C.
Nice BTV pass.
Albert Whitehead. Nice finish.
Yay.
There you go. You're allowed to cheer for him.
Yes, he is my better half.
Yes.
So.
Well, I'm not sure if I'd agree with your better half, but here's your other half.
You're going to have to take that off with him, I think.
Yes.
We'll argue for that.
Do you ref as well?
I umpire women's field.
Okay.
Trying to get more into box and also men's field. I think it's quite useful actually for playing.
Yeah.
You get to learn the game in a different light, and actually I think it helps you as a player.
And again, obviously your playing time on the national field team has been for Korea, which at the moment does not have a women's box team, right?
Currently not, no.
Yeah, so.
I think men are trying to develop something of some sort, but I think they're focusing on San Diego now.
Right.
Player pool's not huge, so there you go.
That will wrap things up. A 9-3 win for the London Knights, who go on to play this afternoon after winning Silver Group C. And they will be... go look on the schedule yourselves. It's not showing up properly. They've been putting the teams in against the team they're supposed to be playing. Like they'll put in the gold C2 against Istanbul. Well, oh no, that actually makes sense. But some of them, they've put the team into the wrong slot on the site. But anyway, go to ahmemorial.cz. All the games through the rest of the day are being populated. Some for tomorrow are already populated on the site, and you'll see all the games coming up. The time, all the times are Central European time, and strong game for England as they move forward and continue to chase a championship. And the River Rats will move on to see where they can place overall in the game. I am Stephen Stamp. Thanks, Jane Lee, for coming up again. Really fun to have you in the booth.
Thanks for having me.
And hopefully we'll get you back up again later. And the next game coming up, it's a big one. Garrett Gosshorn will be here for Canada Selects and Moon Bears. Should be a dandy.
Leave us all alone and go and mind your fucking business. Looking in the mirror,